Hello, everyone, and welcome to your Schmoe. We are a European and South African based Schmoedown after show. We have a jam packed week this week with what happened this week in the Schmoedown and with predictions we have. So let's jump right into it. Mattia, how are you feeling?
Yeah, I'm good. I'm a little sad that two other of our co-hosts couldn't be with us. Unfortunately, Teresa is sick, and we want her to get well soon. So please,
Yeah.
Teresa, get well. We hope you are better for next week. And Liam has some things to do as well, so it's only me and Ben today. But I hope we will keep you entertained this hour and a half that we will talk to you about Schmoedown, the thing that we all love. It was an eventful week. We get to hear about new categories, see some great matches. For someone, some happy times. For someone, some heartbreaks. And
Mm.
I think it's gonna be an excellent show and an excellent week to talk about. Yeah, and as Thomas said, for everything you can always blame Liam. And yeah,
Hashtag blame
that's it.
Liam.
Yep. Uh,
All right. Well,
and yeah,
shall we
shall we begin?
jump right into it? Before we do, I just want to put up our usual spoiler alert because we are going to be talking about the pay per view between Robert Parker and Saul, and it is a major spoiler. So if you have not watched it, please wait till tomorrow. It does come out live tomorrow for everyone. Wait till then. Then you can come back, watch our show afterwards. It'll be here. Don't worry. So rather go and watch the pay per view before you watch our show. Uh, so Mattia, this is about the soul crushing finale. Saul versus Robert
Yeah,
Parker. This was this was heartbreaking for me
yeah,
because, as everyone knows, Saul is my favorite IG competitor, and he lost by, as I've said, spoiler, he lost by KO 24-11, and oh my word, that match was hectic. Full disclosure, I only saw bits and pieces of it because I was away this week and was very busy with family and so on. So, Mattia, do you want to
yeah.
talk us through it?
As you said, this match was pretty heartbreaking. Unfortunately, uh, I think he knows much more than he showed. I think
Mm,
his knowledge is much better. Uh, Unfortunately, I think that nerves again got to him. I know
mm,
that I think that even he said it in the post-match interview that he needs to look at the performing in the live setting and how that does like yeah, as Leo said, how that does
yeah.
do on him and what that does on him. And yeah, because he's 2-0 in front of the audience, and I don't think it's because of the knowledge. I think it's because just the the guy didn't used to play in front of the people, and maybe that is too much of like taking focus out of his mind. I don't think it's a pressure. I think he already knows a lot of the people and who are there and stuff like that. I just think that it's different when you like are sitting in your home and you can focus on the camera and stuff. And if when a lot is going on, probably someone is drinking there, making jokes with someone before the match and stuff like that. So I think it's yeah, it's different. I think it would be different for me, and I think it would be different for him. But I just don't want
Mm,
to talk about Sol. I need to say that Parker did phenomenal. Like he stole most of it. He did answer his questions pretty nicely. He also had some pretty hard questions in number two, like for example, name of the diner in the Kingsman. Like it's not that easy to answer, I think. And
Yeah.
well, the questions were balanced. I think it didn't happen like one person got hard questions, other didn't. I just think that Parker is more used to the Schmoe. He already played in live settings. His first match was live, and to be fair, I think it is his time. As I said when we predicted this tournament, I predicted this. I think
Yeah.
that I was actually the only one because I think that one person predicted Hannah, one I think Teresa said Saul, and Liam said
Okay.
Oyama if I'm correct, but maybe I'm
So
wrong.
I think uh, Liam predicted Oyama, but I think Teresa and you picked Robert
Oh,
Parker to be the winner. I think
you predicted
or
Saul, right?
Chance. I was the one that predicted Saul,
Yeah,
and yeah, so it was a bit of a heartbreaker. Um,
yeah, and
as you linked to me in our private chat uh, this afternoon when you said you were very sad for him. I
yeah.
was
For
really
for me,
sad.
it's not that I don't. I'm not like happy that Parker got his chance finally. I'm
Yeah,
just sad that the way that match went because I
yeah,
don't think he deserves to be KO'd.
yeah. Same.
Just my
Uh,
opinion.
look,
I think he has much more knowledge about that. And it's just like this is a KO TKO tournament. I think that not single match did finish normally. I think that every single match was TKO or KO.
yep.
So keeping up with the theme of the tournament, I guess.
Yeah,
Yeah.
perfectly.
What to say?
So
Yeah.
my
The
question, because Robert Parker really played well, and even in the buzzer round, from what I saw, he was playing really, really well. That
yeah.
question about the dogs was fantastic. Uh, he knows his stuff, and so um, what do you think? He will. He's now ready for either Amaru or Mike.
I think he was ready even when he played Chandru. Uh,
Mm,
but I just think I don't know. I think Mike is gonna be Inner Kingdom champion in the end of the year. I don't think I don't think he's going to lose that belt. I think that's his like main goal. I think that he understands that that will be his legacy, like uh, the biggest part of his legacy, because I think that no one did that. I think that no one managed to hold the Inner Geekdom belt for the full year because, as we said, no one ever like defended it twice. And if you defend that belt four times, well, then you have, if you are Mike, then you have strong possibility of being a player of a year, at least in my book. He also did pretty good in his singles teams in the singles tournament, but I just think Parker is ready. I think Amaru will be ready, but I think Mike is just on a roll. I think that
yeah,
we could have corruption double belted, not in teams but singles and inner geekdom in the end of the year. I think that that's a strong possibility because
yeah,
I think chance, as Mike said, in the end, I think chance is pretty focused. But the more worrying thing for me is the state of the den. I wanted to talk about it, and I saw that Leo
yeah.
said it as well.
Absolutely. Yeah, I was about
Den
to point
now
that out
has
as
only
well.
old guard and only Harper. I know that Harper is not a small thing because if Harper
Mm,
wins, that's 12 points. But yeah, I think it's really I think that Dan is in really tough spot. Not the toughest in the whole like division. I think that stars are maybe in a little worse position.
Mm,
Uh, and yeah, because Swag at least has that Oyama shot that he can actually use for spectacular to get his like team 12 points if he wins, for
mm,
example. But yeah, the match was okay. As I said, I would prefer if it didn't end in KO or TKO,
yeah,
but it did unfortunately. The walkouts were great. I think Soul walkout was fantastically taped. Soul was fantastic, like extra serious, just focus on his face. I think that was a pretty good job of the Schmoe crew. And yeah, the match was pretty great. Uh, and we will see what will happen uh, in the future with that inner geekdom division.
yeah, true. Okay, well, I suggest we move on to the rest of the matches for this week. Um, but before we do, I just want to do some admin. We I was speaking to the Galaxy Geeks, and they very kindly did some graphics for us, and that is why our thumbnail this week looks so nice. So I just want to say thank you to the Galaxy Geeks for the thumbnail and graphics. Um, please subscribe to the YouTube channel and Twitter linked below.
Thank you, Galaxy Geeks. Thank you.
So shall we start? This match was crazy. The Laura Kelly Eric Whiteley match.
Yeah,
This one is
this this
insane. We are now in the
this takes
full swing of
this takes the cake for sure for the longest title we ever had.
absolutely.
Yeah,
We are now in full tournament swing. Uh, it is awesome to see. Uh, so, Mattia, uh, I just want to say Eric Whiteley, brilliant play. He gets better and better every year, and because of the fans that he brings to the Schmoe, I really want to see him back next year, and I think he will be crushing it next year. Um, what I do want to say is Laura Kelly looks focused. She is now the second woman in the Star Wars semifinals. If Molly Damon beats Alex, we'll have three women in the Star Wars semifinals. That's three chances to get a woman as the Star Wars champion, which is fantastic.
wait. Mm, Ross played. Oh
Nikki
yeah,
DiMalanta.
Nikki. Right. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, we now have. Yep. That's. Yeah, it could happen. I still think that Alex will win, but we'll see. Uh, yeah, I just have that
So
feeling. Yeah, but
you're probably right.
this match was excellent. Eric again showed that he's studying. He was again better. He actually, in my eyes, went, we could say, toe to toe with Laura, and it's hard to do. Not exactly the same, but he was much better. I think that he is an excellent pickup next season. I
Mm.
think he will be even better. You can see that he likes it. That's why probably he does it. But yeah, as I said, Laura is just like on a different maybe level, different hunger right now, and she wants it. And I really don't have much to say about this match because I cannot analyze these questions, unfortunately, as good as in the singles or something like that. But both managers did pretty good, I think, in this match as well. The table was great. The promo was probably one of the best in the regular season and overall, but we will come to that when we talk about the promos.
Mm.
And yeah, the match was just excellent. Ben, what did you think about
Speaking
this?
of promos, this is exactly my sentiments. It was wow. She's just fantastic. Um, the one thing that I will say is to see Laura Kelly and Winston Marshall getting along. That was fantastic to see from where they were at the beginning of the year, where they were at loggerheads all for the first quarter of the year. Um, so that was fantastic to see. I I would like to see a bit more of the fire in her. But hey, she's now. I'm sure we'll see that more and more now. But yeah, she was fantastic. Eric Whiteley, as I said, he will be back next year, and if he's not back next year, he'll be the year after. Because my word, he was good this year. Um, so yeah, is there anything else you wanted to add?
No, this next match
Okay.
is the one that I am
This is the
really.
one that I have a lot to talk about because this
Me
was
too. Yeah,
fantastic. Okay, this is Final Exam versus King Arthur,
match
and I
of the
just
week for
have
me.
me too, and I just have two things to say. My favorite interviewer and my favorite rookie in one episode of the Schmoe is fan blummentastic. Gillian on the desk was brilliant. Her reactions and everything, and King Khan and Arthur Newms in the lobby were fantastic. This was wow, what a match! I I will say when when Oyama said it's definitely this one, definitely, I thought they've won. They've won. Mattia and I are cursed. We will never be uh, good together. And then it turned out to be the wrong answer. And wow, my emotions went crazy there. Because I love Final Exam, but man, that was insane.
Yeah, that match was something else. I know that I will tell that to our listeners and watchers because Teresa is not here. I know Teresa is pretty sad that Final Exam didn't win because like she thinks that that's it for them. But man, both of them, both of them got opponent's choice, and match ended in the 30 points range. That's hard. That's really really hard. I think that team's record for the regular match is like something like 35, 36, right?
Hmm.
And
Something like that.
to be near that on double opponent's choice, that's insane.
Oh
And
yeah,
final exam did great. I don't think it was the best day for Lon. I do think he was sick when
yeah.
he taped that as well. Maybe not that severely as he would be if he was coming live, but he was sick. In my opinion, I don't know. Maybe that is the reason that he couldn't maybe recall some things. Oyama did what Oyama does. He played excellent, I think. Again, I don't think he had one bad match, if I can say bad match, this whole season. Uh,
Mm.
I really think that this is actually the year of Chance and Oyama. as
Yep.
singles competitors. Yeah, and but final exam showed, in my eyes, that they could win the whole tournament.
Yeah.
They do have that capacity, and then uh, you have King Arthur. Griffin Newman is such a threat to everyone. If I'm in that tournament, I'm on notice. Uh,
Mm,
it's not a fluke. His knowledge is not like I got all the right questions. So that's that. He really knows his stuff. Uh, King Khan is good. I think he's more confident with Griffey.
mm-hmm.
I think he's more comfortable to go for it and stuff like that. I don't think he's on the same level as Griffey, but he's near. And I do think that they can actually go as well all the way. But I think that for that about almost every team. But like I after this match, I wouldn't call it an upset if they beat Deception.
No.
I couldn't call it an upset. I think they really showed that they really work good together. They showed how Finstock Exchange is probably the deepest faction when you look at the singles
Mm,
and teams like players. I think that they are the deepest ones because that's actually the third team. Like we talked about already about Rushmore, right? And
yep.
then you had the team of Barbarian and Lieberman, and we all thought that we will see them in the tournament. And then King Arton happened, and they did that. Like I think that final exam was probably second seed, I would say, in the
Yep.
tournament, and they did that. Uh, they are obviously not as good in inner geekdom categories as they are in, let's call them, regular movies. Uh, but dude, I'm sure King Khan or someone will patch that holes right up. I don't think that
I
that
mean,
holes will be there in the future.
to
And
be fair though,
they are a threat.
they did patch it up a little bit because they knew they were probably going to get that if they got opponent's choice,
Yeah,
and they navigated that opponent's choice brilliantly. So they did well there.
yeah, they did.
I just want to point this out. I agree with Leo. I don't think Christian will carry them on next year. I think they are done,
Yeah,
sadly. But yeah,
I'll
I
say
really want.
this:
Yeah.
I'm sad for them. To be fair, I
Mm,
am, but I
me
really
too.
want Chance Oyama team. I think that that's the champions team.
Hmm.
Uh, yeah, I think that would be the most brilliant team. And yeah, but there also final exam. I'm sad for Lon because
Mm,
I think that people, when they talk about final exam, they will talk. If Lon did better, they could be champions.
mm,
Uh, because I saw that narrative, and to be fair, we on this show on multiple
yeah.
occasions said it depends on how Lon plays.
Mm,
And maybe that's true, but I'm sad for him because I think that mm, he really wanted to give Oyama that team's belt, and he
mm,
really tried, and it showed because his knowledge was consistently better than in the beginning of the season. In my eyes, I think he's much better. I need to actually give props to both managers, to both Gucci and to the Winston. They both navigated that thing brilliantly. I do think
yep.
that King Arthur gave final exam the best possible category in the opponent's choice they could,
Yeah.
and yeah, and the match was just brilliant. I truly enjoyed it. If every match in this team's tournament is like that, this would be one of my favorite tournaments. This tournament was just great, and just special shout out to King Khan for doing the whole promo by himself, basically.
Yep.
And that took guts of a player that is not used to being on a camera and being a rookie in his first year. So props
Mm.
to King Khan for doing that. I think that's really hard. Uh, yeah, and I just think this is not. I just have a feeling now that this is not the last that we've seen of King Arthur.
Yeah.
I think we
What do
will
you
see
think
them.
of what Thomas just put where he says there's at least one match where Paul didn't
Yeah,
play as good as he could have. It's not always Lon. That's very
yeah,
true. I
I
mean,
agree.
okay,
But
yeah,
unfortunately, I know how people think. So
yeah.
I think that will be the narrative.
Mm.
And yeah, uh,
Which is a bit sad because Lon does know his stuff, which he's proved on
really, Lon
multiple
is really
occasions.
good. Lon is
Beat,
really good.
I mean, he beat King Khan once already, so I mean,
Yeah, yeah.
so
And
yeah,
Leo said that it's the first time they played Shazam.
yeah. I watched that. Uh, to be fair, Oyama didn't play his best, but Oyama and Lon have just gotten better and better, as you've said,
Yeah,
this season, and I'm sure, given half the chance, they will get even stronger individually or in a team, wherever they go from now. I'm sure they're going to be excellent. Um,
yeah,
that being said, shall we move on to the final match of this week?
yeah. We can. The match that
Okay.
give me perfect week,
Yep.
perfect week.
The end of the tyrant, William Bibiani versus Ty
Yeah,
Lieberman. So this one I was on tenterhooks for, even though I didn't fully watch it. When this was coming up, I thought, did I make the right choice going with Bibbs? Because something in me was like, uh, it almost didn't feel like he could make it, and it almost seemed like he wasn't going to because that first round, Ty was up on uh for Bibiani, but Bibiani got a good spin. Ty two horror spins that was crushing, and horror in the 5 pointer. Wow. I mean, he almost had Bibiani. Were it not for horror, he would have done fantastic.
yeah. I also think that it is loss for Tyrant, but I think the main story in this match was how good he did. Uh, he did lead Bibiani after the first round, and we all know that Bibiani is probably the king of the first rounds. Like, and uh, that's something. That's something. I do think that this match could happen if differently if Tyrant spawned something else, as you said, but it didn't. That's Schmoe. Mm, and unfortunately, that's it for him. That horror. He actually didn't spawn opponents, but it was like he got opponents twice
Yeah.
because it's Bib's category, and yeah, he got it. But he played great. He's also one of my favorite new characters in Schmoedown. He's he's like I'm awesome. Smugness is nice and greatly done, and he knows. I think that he didn't show uh, his true potential in his previous matches until this one.
Mm.
Uh, Ironically, he lost this one, but I think he
Yeah,
played better than he played against Drew or when he
yeah,
played in
that's
his
for
first
sure.
match. And I think that ironically, this was his best performance, but he was just a little unlucky. But that's part of the Schmoedown. I am happy for Bibbs because now my prediction that we could have Shazam finally is still alive. Uh, and I think that Bibbs now got his like not so great match out of his system, and his
Mm.
other matches will be better. I hope. I still hope for that Shazam final. To be fair, uh,
So let me ask you at this point, from what we've seen,
yeah.
uh, if we do see that Shazam final, who do you think takes it?
I don't know, but I hope it's Kid because I would be. I don't know how to explain it, but to see Kid for me, Kid against Chance, and then if Oyama cashes in, like
Mm.
they are all from the same class of rookies. Uh, when we look at the singles, actually, I think that Kid and Oyama had their first match or second match against each other. Uh,
Second, yeah.
Second, yeah, and Schmoedown would just for me come full circle. Like as we can see, the old class of players are retiring, a lot of them, and I think that that class, I think that it's 2015. Don't quote me on that. I think that's the season 5. I think class is actually coming and taking names and saying, okay, we are the big guys now, and
Mm.
we'll see. But I think Kid, it's Kid. I think that Kid has his time now, but I'm fully aware it's 50-50. And I think that a lot of these matches in the tournaments in general will be 50-50. So it will be fun for our prediction at least.
It
Yeah,
will be.
and Bips
uh,
played good. Like he didn't panic like he uh, did in the past, like when he played
mm,
against players, and when historically in the beginning, when like in season 4, when if he didn't do great immediately, he would panic a little. I think that he worked on that. He's better with this now. Koi did great as well. Uh, yeah, and we will see Bibiani again uh,
I'm sure we
against.
will.
He's
Against either
playing
Del Rio
Del
or
Rio,
James White.
right?
It
Yeah,
depends on who wins that. Yeah. So
yeah,
I
yeah.
mean, and it's nice to see. And I'm sure. Look, we'll see Lieberman back because he's a heck of a character. Uh, you saw in the promo against Drew McQueenie, he can do promos with the best of them. So I think we'll see him back if he wants to come back.
Yeah, me
Um,
too.
I think Christian will uh, go through hell and high water to have him come back because wow, he knows his stuff and he is a heck of a character. So either he'll be a manager or he'll be in a player role as well. Which
Yeah, I get it.
either way, I'd love to see, quite frankly.
Okay, my friend, are we going to move on to the next
We are
topic?
gonna do promo of the week, and
Okay, I think.
controversially, this
Oh,
time
oh, are you telling
I'm
me you're
going to
not picking the obvious one?
I am
Oh,
I
you
am
are.
going to go with the Star Wars match
Yeah, of course we are going with
because
the Star Wars match.
that to me was just look. To be fair, the promo with Saul talking to Kate's kid like he was Robert Parker was fantastic, but that
Yeah,
Star Wars match was just wow, the music was epic. The as Leo alluded earlier, the uh, Laura Kelly with the Joker face, Eric Whiteley giving the history of how he came to be in the Schmoedown. Everything just made all those little ingredients made it so fantastic. And I think uh, Eric Nerd Chronic really does his best work with either Star Wars or pay per views. And he just knocked it out of the park. And I said on the group, I don't think that he could beat it this week. And he didn't in my mind.
Yeah, I'll say this. Mm, For me, Star Wars was the best as well. Uh, but I'll say if we are looking at the Nerd Chronics work, then the Soul promo was the best. Like the music,
Mm.
the editing when he talked to Kate's kid, like he was Parker and stuff like that.
I will
That
say
was
what I love is he intercut Kaiser saying, I'm going to his house, and Saul coming out and saying, you're coming to my manager's house. It almost looked like he was going to attack Kaiser. It was fantastic.
yeah, and but the thing that promo made the best isn't necessarily Nerd Chronic and his editing. I think this time was Laura Kelly, her
Mm.
lighting, and okay, I'm calling it now. Uh, I think this is going to be not promo of the week like promo, but the best delivery of a promo of the whole year. Uh, I don't know if our all our watchers will understand what I mean, but that delivery and the acting on that, I don't think we had anything better uh, of
I think,
by the competitor
yeah,
uh, for the whole year. For me, the best promo was still when Dan Merle won. I don't know if
mm,
it was
it was
free
Adam
for all
Collins one. Yes.
or no no or no or the championship when Jen interviewed him live after it and he said I did it and started crying.
Oh,
For me that
yes.
was
Yeah.
yeah for me that was the best delivery of a promo ever. But I think that for this year, I don't think that any competitor will do better than what she did because it wasn't just uh, it wasn't just the makeup. It was the way she played with her hair, the thing that we didn't see her face and she like acted all crazy. It was really like I'm looking and hearing the female version of a Joker, and
Mm,
that was excellent promo delivery. Uh, big, 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 huge props to her. This is wow. I don't know if she ever had like acting classes or something, but I think that she overacted some of the actors in the Schmodown when it comes to the promo this year. She did. I was so impressed with that. That was
oh, yeah.
oh my god. And I also hoped she would include this one.
Yes.
Like we are in
Why so
tournament
serious?
season. Why are everyone so serious or something like that? Uh,
Yep.
and but it was excellent this way as well. And I'm just blown away by her and her commitment. As I said, I'm always even more blown away by competitor if they took a time to do stuff like this, uh,
Mm,
because it takes time. It takes time to put on a makeup, to tape this, to clean herself up, and
yep.
stuff like that. And that just brilliant delivery. Just on that one scene won the whole promo race for me. And
Yeah.
yeah, props to Laura Kelly. Uh, really.
Agreed. Fantastic. Okay. We do have some news. We, yeah. No, we'll move on past that. But, Mattia, do you mind bragging a little while I get my phone to do the predictions?
Yeah, yeah. So, guys, as you know, we all have our prediction league. And as you can see, Matt has caught up to Teresa, and Matt and Teresa are now both in the first place. Yeah, that's right. I am now in front of Liam. I finally did it. Just like Croatia did to England in the World Cup. Yes, Liam, you heard correct. I'm so happy. I know that Ben is shaking right now. I think that Ben is not at least happy that I am in the first with Teresa, uh, especially with this, because if it stays like this, then he needs to do both punishments, and that would be even worse for him. But yeah, I'm so happy. Uh, I must say that I see that Ben didn't put my crown.
Yeah, I
Uh,
was about to say last time I made a mess up when Liam was tied with
and
Teresa, and now I made a mess up when you tied.
but it's fine, because you will probably have that opportunity next week when I'm still first.
Nice.
Yeah, and guys, we are going to do the predictions a little bit differently today, because it's only two of us and we have a little time. We will go through each match and maybe talk a little about it. Uh,
And
not
Teresa
in
has
not in
done such a great job with how we've laid this out.
Yeah, and we will go not into too much depth, but we will talk about every match a little, and give our picks, if it's okay, because now me and Teresa is first. I will give my prediction for the first match first, then Teresa can do her. If you understand how we can do it, I will go first, then
Mm.
Teresa go first for the second, I for the third. Yeah, and it's like I and Teresa is the for the last first, and yeah.
Sure,
Okay,
we'll
we are
show them.
starting with the
We're starting with
Joseph
Joseph Scrimshaw
Scrimshaw
versus
versus
Gold
Gold
Leader.
Leader, and
Joseph Scrimshaw
Matt
playing for corruption, and Gold Leader playing for the
Leader is playing for
Finstock
Free Stock
Exchange.
Exchange, and I'm picking Gold Leader because
Mhm.
I think he's going to win the whole thing. But okay.
Okay, fair enough. So Leo went with Gold Leader, and as did Teresa went with Gold Leader,
Yeah, I'm not surprised here.
which
What
is
did
not
Liam pick?
surprising. Liam picked. Uh, Give me 2 seconds. Why don't you say more about Gold Leader while I find
Yeah,
it?
well, I'll want to talk about Scrimshaw for a second. I don't think
Sure.
this is going to be an easy match for Gold Leader. Scrimshaw futuristically have one of the worst luck in opponents in Star Wars history. Uh, his record, if he loses to Gold Leader, will be so awful compared to what he actually knows. I think he knows so much, and I'm sad for him. I'm sad, um, because I would probably pick him if he didn't play my favorite Star Wars champion. If I'm not counting Harper, like,
You
and
think he's going to be a
yeah,
champion?
yeah, I call him champion because I will call him and Harper champions probably always, because what both of them did in the finals of that last tournament was just wow. Uh, and
Mm.
I think it's going to be an excellent match. I wouldn't be surprised again if we see sudden death. We didn't see it for quite some time in the Star Wars, but I think this match could give us that. To be fair,
Yep.
Mm.
So
And I
Thomas has
think
gone
it's
with Golden Boy,
yeah.
and
And
so has Liam.
oh, okay. I didn't expect that. To be fair, I maybe it's
Hmm,
because Liam now wants to play it safe. Because I think that he would choose Scrimshaw.
possibly. So I'm also going with Gold Leader. I decided that this afternoon while I was having lunch with my family, I thought Gold Leader in that tournament final showed he has what, as you said, has what it takes to be a champion. And I think he's been playing all year round. Scrimshaw has not played yet. And as Thomas Thomas alluded to, he might not need to warm up, but I still think Gold Leader's got this, and I think I feel bad for Joseph Scrimshaw and Corruption, but Golden Leader's got this. That's
Yeah,
my
corruption.
prediction.
Corruption have two players in the singles.
Yeah,
In the singles
true.
championship, they have points. They already have points. So
Fair enough.
yeah,
Okay. Then moving on to the next one, it's Deception versus Chaos Theory.
can
Um,
you please say what Teresa picked?
Teresa went with Deception.
Yeah, I'm going with Deception as well.
This is
What did
very interesting. What do you think Liam went with?
maybe this is the risk that Liam took. Maybe Liam picked Chaos Theory, but I think he's picking Deception. It's Marisol.
Of
Uh,
course, he's taking Marisol.
yeah,
It's he's going with Deception as well, and uh, so does. Uh, wow. I don't think so. I
no,
think they could still be there because I
yeah,
think the fans are behind them, and uh, they've both been champions. So I think the fans love them. They still have a
yeah.
chance.
I'll actually say this that even if even if they do like uh, only 5 players in the faction, I think that a corruption core is going to stay the same, and
Mm.
that's Chance, Mike, uh, Adam, Marisol, and then one Star Wars player. That would probably be, I don't know, Scrimshaw or someone. But
Or Laura Kelly.
yeah, but we'll see. And yeah,
Sure.
I
Uh,
just think this match is going to be more unpredictable than we think. I don't
yeah.
think it's
So
going to be an easy ride.
I'm
But
going to give
let's
a bit of a
hear
hot
what.
take here.
Yeah, who are you
I
picking?
have this. I'm picking Deception, but I have Deception going all the way through to the finals
Well,
and
that's
winning it.
not. To be fair, I do think that they were the favorites after final exam. I do think that they are the third or wait, no, first was no. Who was the first ranked team in this tournament? Danger Zone, right?
Probably Danger Zone, yeah.
Yeah, I think I think Deception was the third one. I think that they were the third ranked team. To be fair, or even first ranked team. But I think they were the third one, the third ranked team. So
Mm,
they are, I think, the favorites in their part of the bracket, uh, if I can say it like that. But I do think that they will have harder path than maybe people think.
mm,
As we saw, Chaos Theory is made of Nick Harley, if I'm correct,
Hmm.
and uh, Bancroft, uh, and both of them nearly beat two of the bestest player in Schmoe. So with Bancroft just missing his five, if he didn't miss, he would beat the kid, and the kid is the team's champion. So this match could be an upset. I will not say. Uh, I'm not saying that it will be an upset, but I think that if we are going to have a big upset in this tournament, it's going to be that one. Because I don't think that people are saying that King Arthur beating Final Exam was the big upset. To be fair, but I think that if we are going to see the big upset, it's going to be this one. But I don't think
Oh
it's
yeah.
going to happen, especially because, as we know, studying for singles and teams are very similar, and Marisol has to study for her New York event, and Collins is still in the tournament. So they're probably loaded and ready. Yeah, and
So yeah.
we'll see. But I think deception, and I think that our predictions went exactly as I predicted they would for
Yeah.
now.
Okay. So then we have Adam Collins versus Brendan Meyer.
Yeah,
Adam
and
for
I'm on.
corruption and Brendan for
Yeah,
quirky merc.
and I'm first on this one, right?
Hmm.
Uh, I'm going to pick Brandon.
Okay.
Who did Teresa pick?
Who do you think? She picked the kid.
Well, I didn't know. I didn't know who will she pick. Like, I I did know that if I pick Collins, that is probably like the safest bet that me and Teresa will be different.
Mm.
But
Leo thinks it'll
yeah,
happen.
yeah, I wouldn't be surprised. I just
No, I
remember that
wouldn't either.
last time it was sudden death at Collins won. I think that it's just kids time. I want him to be the winner of this tournament. And if he is the winner of the tournament, depending on how Shazam is going, here is yet another player who could be the player of the year, to be fair. And yeah, we'll see. But
So,
I think this is going to be a barn burner. This is a true 50-50 match in my eyes.
mm,
And I think this is one of the best things we could hope for. Yeah.
oh yeah. So, it seems like we split down the middle because, uh, in terms of 3 for 3, because Liam went with Collins.
Adam, right? Yeah, I
Yep.
I figured. I
And
figured.
I'm going with the kid, and both Leo and Thomas went with Collins. So it's 3 for 3. It's a 50-50 match.
Yeah, yeah. As we said, this is going to be hard, hard one to watch. Going to be sad for either one who loses, and happy for the either one who won, because Collins didn't have the best luck this season as well, so he needs the break as well, I think.
Mm,
But yeah, I think it's going to be good.
it's going to be a heck of a match. Moving on, we have the one that I'm still not sure who I'm going to pick. Josh Horowitz versus Griffin Newms. Josh playing for the Quirky Mercs and Griffey Newms playing for the Finstock Exchange.
Yeah, this
And
is.
I
I
have to
think
give
I'm the
Teresa's
first.
pick first. Hey,
No, I'm first on this one.
Okay,
uh,
cool.
because yeah, I started and then she's the last one on the last.
Okay,
Uh,
cool.
right? Yeah, that
Yeah,
makes sense. Uh, and I'm picking Griffin Youngs.
of course.
Mm.
He's your favorite rookie.
In the singles.
Yep.
Now it's now between him, Gold Leader, and Thomas Harper. But yeah,
Oh wow. Okay. All right. Teresa went with Griffin Humes as well,
oh damn it!
which I'm not very
Ah,
surprised by.
no, I hope she's going to pick Horowitz.
I don't think so.
Oh
After that final exam match, I'm
yeah,
not
I get
surprised.
it, and he did pretty good in free for all as well. Oh God. Ugh. I was
So
hoping she's going to pick
while you're
Horowitz.
having a meltdown here, I better give you Liam's pick as well. Uh,
He picked
if
Horowitz, right?
yes, he did.
Yeah, I expected that.
He
Okay.
picked Josh Horowitz, and you know what? I'm going to join him and Leo, and I'm going with Horowitz too. It's a split down the middle again. It's Leo and myself and Liam against you, Teresa and Thomas.
Yeah, this match is going to be live. I don't think
Yep.
that is going to be a problem for either of those
Yep.
people. They are both hometown guys who are playing Boston Girl next, so that's going to be interesting. And I think it's a 50-50 match. They are both them almost perfect in their matches, and I think either of them have potential to win the whole thing. I don't think
Mm,
that you can sit here after what we saw with King Arthur and say, "Oh, Griffin Humes cannot win the whole thing." He can.
you know,
We saw that Horowitz is excellent as well, so he can. So I think this New York event is one of the most unpredictable events we had. If I'm looking at the whole thing,
mm,
so I'm really looking forward to it. Unfortunately, I will have to turn off everything in my Facebook because I am going to the wedding, and I'm not going to be watching that live because of it, and I'm not going to be free on Saturday, so I'm not going to watch Saturday either. Or on Sunday, I'm actually traveling back to my hometown. So only on Monday I will be able to watch that fantastic pay per view. But I encourage everyone who can that watch that live. I think it's going to be phenomenal, and it's going to be live in front of the crowd, not just in
and it's
cantina, but like I think it's proper theater this time.
yep,
So
and
I
it's
think
the
it's
final one for at least a year, maybe more. So
yeah in New York,
in New York, yes,
to be
in New
fair.
York. Sorry,
Yeah,
yeah.
and I just think this match has potential to stall the show. To be fair, I think that this even to be even more fun for people than the next one. I think that
Mm,
next one will be more about competition because who will have the belt. But overall,
mm-hmm,
I think that this match has potential to stall the show. Uh,
mm-hmm,
because both Finstock and Koi are excellent managers when it comes to the live performances, and I think that both of them are really good in the live setting, and
mm,
we will see. And
absolutely.
we
Uh,
are coming down
so
to
this
the
one
final match.
is going to be again another hectic one. Marisol McKee versus Chance Ellison. It's a corruption invitational, people. Woo! Uh, so let me just get Teresa's pick. But she picked. Let me just make sure I'm not lying. She picked Marisol Mckee.
Well, that makes it easier for me. I'm picking Chance. Yeah.
I would have thought you would go with Chance anyway.
I would think about it, to be fair. He was my preferred pick, but I'm not sure. I will give my reasons why I think Chance will win, but we'll see.
Because I honestly thought you said you were going to go with Chance in every singles match.
Yeah, yeah, I did, but when we are talking about predictions, I would change because I think that this is the only one that me and Teresa are different now. Uh,
Yeah.
I think we are the same on every single
No.
one.
Oh, yeah, yeah. You are. You are. I was going to say the Josh
So
Horowitz match. No, you're right.
yeah, we are the same. So yeah, I will talk about the match when we will say the picks from Liam and you.
So Liam went with Marisol. Uh, so Thomas, I guess, is stuck in the middle. But he's hoping for Marisol to win. And Leo's going with Marisol too.
Yeah.
Um, Matt, I'm going with you as well.
Oh, you are going
I am
with
going
Chance
with
as well.
Chance. Yes.
Yeah.
I
I think
think
he
if I
I
may
think
give my
history is
reason,
going to yeah, I think history is going to be made again
yep.
on yeah.
And I think that he is just crushing it. He's focused like I've never seen a competitor be focused before. And he is teams, IG, singles. He's just been studying like a monster. And even though he got TKO'd in the IG match, he still went at it like crazy. And I think we'll see a heck of a match here, either way.
Yeah. This is my thing. Him and Marisol are probably studying together most of the
Mm,
season. Uh, they know each other weaknesses and strengths. Uh,
mm,
I think because Chance is in the league longer, that he has less weaknesses than Marisol. I do think that Marisol is working very, very hard, as do Chance, to patch up that weaknesses that they know that other person knows that they have. But for me, the most persuasive thing is what Mike said. I think that if when Mike defended or when Chance has beaten JT, Mike said, I never seen Chance so focused. When you play in this game long enough, you understand when someone is on a warpath and it's just his destiny to win that belt.
mm,
And I have that feeling about Chance. Also, because I do think that they have pretty similar knowledge base, him and Marisol. I think that it's going to come down to the speed round, and in the speed round, experience is everything, and Chance has more experience. Because I don't think that Shannon will get involved in this match too much. I think we will see Collins and Mike manage both
mm.
of them of their teammates. Yeah, and
Oh,
and
okay. Uh,
I'll just say this: I think we will going to have we had first African American champion overall in Marisol, but I think we could have first male African American champion in the end. Uh,
mm.
because I think Chance can
And
do it.
it will be where he played his first titles match.
Yeah, that as well. because I really think he's on a warpath. Nothing against Marisol,
Mm,
nothing against her. Just to be clear, I just think the first person I saw that had that was Rocca when he beaten actually in the end Dan Merle for that belt.
mm,
Then Bateman had that when he beaten Oyama, I think, for the belt.
mm.
And now I think, I think Bateman beat Oyama, right?
Yeah, he did.
And I think that Chance has that now. I think he
Mm,
has that aura now. I'm unstoppable. I'm going to do it. That's why I pick him. I hope he wins because if my calculations are correct, if he wins, then in the worst case scenario, I'm tied with Liam for the first place. So I really need him to win, and that's the worst
okay.
case scenario.
Yeah.
And
So,
uh,
uh,
yeah,
this being said, we could have this chance wins and loses tournament winner spectacular, and this might be the first one since season 1 and 2 where we haven't where someone hasn't defended a belt this year. If that is the case,
yeah, and that is just showing how Schmoe became a more deep with talent. And yeah, I think that's it. I think
fair
this
enough.
is going
Yes,
to
I
be
think
one.
that's
I think this is going to be a one hell of a show. To be fair, I am really sad I'm not going to be able to come on Sunday.
mm,
Maybe I will, but I'm not sure. Uh, yeah, and we'll see. So I
okay.
think that's it for
Okay,
today.
it is.
Thank you guys.
Thank you so much to Leo, Logan, and Thomas for joining, and as always, taking part in the comments. Matt, thanks for joining me to talk about Schmoe again today.
Thank you.
And thanks to Galaxy Geeks for giving us some updated graphics, which we'll definitely use. So they, as I said, the links are in the description. Please subscribe to them. They do excellent reactions to trailers. They do awesome shows about the Schmodown, and they do great reactions to the Schmodown as well. So please subscribe to their channels and follow them on Twitter. Um, and they predicted that Bateman would lose, which I denied. They showed me I was wrong, proved to me I was wrong. So
Yep.
yes, yeah. Please follow and subscribe to them. Also, please follow us on Twitter uh, at Euroschmo, and the rest of our socials are in the description. Thank you very
Yeah.
much.
Thank you very much.
Also, please leave a like and subscribe.
Yeah. And keep watching Schmodown.
Agreed. Thanks, everyone.
Good night.